What's up, everybody? Welcome to October, the month of spooky game playing. Yay! I've taken a break from, yesterday I beaten Banjo Tooie, but I'm taking a break before Nuts and Bolts or Ukulele, I haven't decided yet, to play a month of scary games. I'm actually going to turn this down a little bit because it's pretty loud in my headphones. I don't know if it's loud for you guys. I'm just gonna turn that down ever so slightly. This overly chippy music is just a little bit. There we go. Alright, so Doki Literature Club. Now, I have no idea this game even existed other than maybe a couple days ago. Somebody's like, hey, if you want to play a scary game, just play this game. And I looked at it, I'm like, okay, sure, but this isn't a scary game. But they're like, no, trust me, it's good. I'm like, okay, well, I'll tell you guys something. I'm a big fan of Gravity Falls, and there was an episode called Zeus and the Real Girl, where he got a Japanese dating simulator who went sentient and tried to kill him. So, I have no idea what this game's about. If it's just some kind of weird Japanese dating sim, okay, fine. Joke's on me. But I booted this up and it's like disturbing stuff. Don't play it if you're easily disturbed. About like, if you got issues in real life, get help and whatnot. And I'm like, what the hell is this game? So I'm starting to think my friend may not be pranking me and may not be full of shit. So we're gonna try it. This is the free version, by the way. There was a plus version which I did not get because I don't get paid for another week, and I figured I'd start off October light, and this game just screams light to me. We'll get to the more horror stuff later on down the road, trust me. But for right now, we'll play this. So, as always, if you guys are liking what you're seeing, please feel free to follow me on Twitch. That way you know when I go live, because I don't have a set schedule. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. That way you know when I post videos. Alright guys, who was all here today? Hi guys. Welcome to the channel. You guys are great. Thank you for stopping by. Alright, let's get weird here. Let's see how weird this gets. New game. Please enter your name. Well, my name is Chris, so I'll type that in. Very good. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw on herself. That girl is Sayori. God, I hope I'm saying that right. My neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today. But it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running anyway. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha ha ha! I guess that's how you say it. I don't know. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Ooh, spooky. Maybe. But only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. I mean, Chris? Oh, sorry. That's mean, Chris. Oh, maybe I'm a mean guy. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Well, that's a fair point. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Oh, she knows me well. Whatever you say, Sayori. Okay, I guess I'm going empty slot here. Wow, there is a lot. Holy crow. Like, how many save spots does one person need in a game? Jeez. Alright. Empty slot 1. Alright. Yes. Okay, do I... Alright, return. On with the game. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Chris, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. If there was a board game club, I'd join it. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissingly go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Fair point. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. What the hell's a NEET? Should I know what that is? You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. I know some people like her. Yeah, my friend also told me there's going to be a lot of reading involved, so... the school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pick up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. Guess I'll have no choice but to start with the anime club. Betcha that's full. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. Wouldn't she have been President? That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, she seems it, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! Going to the literature club, alright, and thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. That's pretty funny. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. New member? I stopped by for a cupcake. I told you, don't call me a new member, right? I glance around the room. Girl number 1, welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Girl number 2, seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Girl number 3, Chris, what a nice surprise. Is this gonna be like some kind of weird cult or something? Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Oh, that's why you want to join in. Okay. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry? Natsuki. Okay, so that's Natsuki. She's a little standoffish. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. Really? And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Okay, so that's Yuri. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know is that Monica? Monica? Is that right? That's right. I don't want to pronounce these things wrong. Like, it sounds like Monica, but Monica, I don't know. I don't think that's really like a Japanese name, but I could be wrong. Monica? It's great to see you again, Chris. I'll call her Monica, just because it's easier. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Chris. We made room for you at the table. Looks like there's lots of room. So you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh, classic ta-da. Oh, what? Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. She got like a fang there? What is that? What is this? I don't know what that is. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. Ah, lost somebody. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess? Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider literature club? Cupcakes. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You can put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. They could have just called it like the school book club, but literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Chris, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of a teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. That's cool. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like lots of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh, finally we get to maybe some spooky stuff. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri, said Monica. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Oh man, she like a psycho? I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes. Your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Yuri is speechless. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Chris? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. I don't think I've actually joined the club yet. What's that? Now that we're back to the original time of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Oh man. But I'm sorry. I thought, Chris, you all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right. Okay, I decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sarah wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Wow. Swearing in this game is a thing too. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. So was this the tutorial? Did I pass? Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Writing a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Chris, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Haha. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Chris, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! Whew! Scene change. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Excuse me. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. I don't have to actually write the poem, do I? Oh, shit, I do? Ah, damn it. I don't want to. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Huh. Let's see. Warm, I guess? No. Happiness? Special? Disarray? Oh, wait. No, I thought when they bopped up and down that was a word that they liked, but... Oh, depression. Ugh. Entropy. Jesus. And no. Yeah. Empty. Memories? Whoa. Alright, Sticky? Ugh, no thanks. Pure. Mouse? Okay, so if they hop up, that's words that they like? Unrequited. Despise. Dark. Wow, she liked dark? Alright. Whoa, suicide, man. It's only day one poetry writing, dude. Fantasy. Clumsy? Vivacious. Fickle. Oh. Scars? Parfait, yeah. Massacre? What? Uncanny. Incongruent. Lazy? Yeah, lazy. I'm lazy. Adventure. I guess a poem gets written from those words? Hi again, Chris. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Chris. Hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga? Manga. Manga is literature? Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back in her seat. Don't worry, guys. Chris always gives us his best as long as he's having fun. He keeps me with busy work without me even asking. I barely see this girl, I thought. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. I thought I'd barely ever seen this girl. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Chris can be good friends too. Sayori. As usual, sir, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sarah made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What did I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Well, out with it already. Jeez, what is it? Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. I won't make a big deal of it if you don't want me to. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. Oh, am I gonna have to read it? I guess I am. Friend did say I had to read a lot. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so damn cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. What is it? I enthusiastically take the book. Whew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Mom to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. She probably goes right into poetry. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she is waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slump down to the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening on to Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, And after they come, we can do the thing to speak. To their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to see her deliberating like this. Huh? That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Says Sayori. Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. They speak to my creative tummy too. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I ended up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. What? Oh, my eyes find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Yeah, sorry. Whoa, she really was that close. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that, you jerk. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. That's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Eh? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? That's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Nope, can't do it. Look, Sayori, it's written all over your face. Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. Ah! I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori, why are you such a train wreck? Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Whoa, now you're getting a little... Ease up, computer self. Huh? That's super mean. Yeah, it is. That is a little mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. Dude, I'm a douchebag in this game. I started to button her blazer up from the bottom. You don't need to do that for her. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Huh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this, aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Is this game gonna get scary at any time? Because seriously, it's getting just a little creepy. But for the wrong reasons. Does this thing even fit you properly? I did it when it did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Oh, no shit. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now. So, why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer button up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Whew! That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? I don't think I said that. What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying it like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would. Anyway, so that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. She'll get up more on time. I'll go to bed more on time. Sounds good. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. But I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everybody, can we get back to the poems? Monica suddenly calls out, "Why don't we share the poems we wrote? Awesome, cool." I was hoping that's what she was getting back down around to. Yay! Chris, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sarah was still trots way to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah, my relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I'd never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition work notebook. I remember those. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same. Who should I show a poem to first? I'm a little weirded out by Sayori. Natsuki's... We'll do Yuri. Then we'll do Monica. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. So sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Alright. Ghost under the light. Oh, man, the cursive. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, is that calm now? Calm breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Click outside the poem to continue. Huh. It's actually not too bad, I guess. I'm sorry, I was such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. I thought it was kind of neat too. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Okay. Yeah, what does she usually write? Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Chris. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. So that was Yuri. Nothing creepy or horror kind of standing out. Let's say I've been doing this for about an hour now. It's still kind of tame. I have no idea how long this game is, but we'll keep going. Let's do Monica. Hi Chris. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Chris. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, it's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would write. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in a different way, it ends up being more similar than you think. So, I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Gary. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up saying different I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Awkward laugh between the two of us. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Yes, I would. Don't worry. I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction of spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Huh. Okay. So what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? I just saw a hole in my wall. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. Like lightning striking my brain. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? I just had an apostrophe. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after someone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up after. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's pretty good advice, I guess. Probably could have used that in English class. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Let me get a quick drink here. Alright, so let's do Sayori, get her out of the way. Oh my goodness! This is so good, Chris. Huh? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer, Sayori. You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, Maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. She didn't read my poem yet. Oh. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a crisp poem, man. You know, she sounds like Red, my fiance. She really does. It's a crisp poem, so it's automatically the best thing ever written. And that makes it feel extra special. Like, I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. Okay, a little overboard. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See, it's like I said before, Chris. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here too, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay. Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine. Aw. Yeah, she wrote it. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? I look above the sky. Oh, I got a text message here. Alright. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Yeah, this is totally a Rin poem. Well, I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Is there more? No? Alright. It's a cute poem. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. Alright, so I'm kind of enjoying this for, I think, the wrong reasons. It's very funny, actually. I think this is hilarious. I forgot to do this last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Yes, it does. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. And you do not want a cranky Sayori. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Alright. Now, this Grumpy Pants. This ought to be good. We're not talking. We're just looking at each other. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. Someone like me. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I'll need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Short and sweet. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Oh, actually, like in this. Oh, whoa! Hey, Daddy Woo's baby girl. Hi, welcome to the stream. Thank you for scaring the crap out of me. This is why I put in my jump scare alerts, people, because I was like really into this, and thanks for following. I appreciate it. Thank you. How's your day going? Welcome. Liking this poem. Where was I? Okay. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set it for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old anyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take it away from her. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. See, I set up my alerts to kind of do that because I'm kind of a horror buff. But no, it's totally fine. Thank you for stopping in and watching, and thank you for following. Do you know this game, by the way? Like, I know nothing about this game. A friend told me I should play it if I wanted to start off horror month. I haven't run into anything horror yet, and I've been playing it for over an hour. I imagine it's maybe coming. Like, I'm starting to get kind of vibes from Sayori that she's maybe a little too clingy, and Yuri seems kind of dark and brooding. But I'm not getting anything from this girl. And I don't know, maybe Monica seems a little too eager to excel, but she's really like not. Oh, okay. So answer me. It really is a scary game, right? Like it does get weird. I just want to make sure. I mean, I think it's funny. Like I really think this is a funny game. Sayori is practically my fiance. Alright, I don't care how long, okay, blah, blah, alright. So we read everybody's poems. Whew! I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. Yes, it is a horror game. You have a little longer on the dating sim part before it gets good, though. Okay, thank God. Thank God. When I was gonna end this stream, if like nothing was concrete yet, I was gonna call my buddy. I'm like, dude, you conned me. But okay, so it is a horror game. Good. Then I'm all in. I'm all in on this. You got me sold. This is the free version, by the way. It's not the plus. I went with the free version. If the plus is a lot better, then maybe I'll play that when I get paid again. I don't know. You seem like a person that probably played the plus game. Actually, you seem like the kind of person that probably played both versions. So, if plus is good, I'll get that too. Alright. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute? Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Wow, she's getting a little bitchy. The plus is just a version of the base game, the one you're currently playing, with added side stories that are just about the four girls' friendship. Oh, okay, well thank God. Alright, cool. That I went right with the... Cool. Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Whoa, jeez. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Chris did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Chris liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. She's flipping a table. Oh. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Wow. Girl's getting catty. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Chris appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice either? Are you that full of yourself? I know. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. No. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Chris started showing up. What? What? Man, these girls are ready to start fighting. Natsuki, that's a little... Nat and Yuri, this doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Chris, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Chris. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep, expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not the only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's just a waste. You understand that, right, Chris? I should point out, I said this at the beginning of the stream before you came in. I'm a big fan of Gravity Falls, and this game is just like, you are probably also a Gravity Falls fan, possibly, so you know the episode I'm talking about, Zeus and the Real Girl, where he gets a Japanese dating simulator to help him with girls, and like the girl gets a mind of her own and like wants to kill him and stuff like that. It's one of my more favorite episodes, so when I was told I should play this, I kind of got that vibe going. So, anyway, back to the story. Well, say they both. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I go with, they'll probably think more highly of me. I'm gonna go with Yuri, because Natsuki's like a little crazy. Yeah. Natsuki. You're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, you're still putting feelings into it and becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. Wait, who did I agree with? I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. Yeah, but Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her. That Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to... You know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. So, I'm Natsuki, and I'm not even gonna right now. I'm out. Natsuki, out. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On the way out, she crumples up the poem with throws it in the trash? That's not cool. Her poem was cool. Natsuki, she really didn't need to do that. I look across her room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Chris. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, yeah, I know what she said. I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Oh, well, never mind that. I'm gonna go make some tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. The tea. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was definitely enlightening. It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was oh, she's back from her walk, I guess. It was alright. Well, mostly. Chris, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Alright, new poems. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Chris, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. Oh, Sayori's poem with the sun? Like Mr. Sunshine, then she ends it like I want breakfast? Perfect. Spot on. It really has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori. About what happened earlier, what do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, God, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion is all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Whew. You know, Chris, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Oh, I see. Well, just have to see what the future holds. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's used to use Sayori as internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Okay. So, another poem. So, Natsuki's, she's like a firecracker inside of a TNT plant. Like, she's got me thinking, alright, this chick's gonna, blow up at some point, so, probably gonna stay away from her. Sayori is a little too into me, definitely. I'm not digging her either. Yuri and Monica seem cool. So we'll see where that goes, I guess. Alright. So to make a poem, let's do friends. And let's do, oh, still the same words, vivacious. Dream? Okay. Let's do contamination. What? Imagination. Let's do... Horror. Horror's good. Pain. I don't want to do pain. Intellectual. No, wait a minute. Wait, where's Monica in all this? Is she not even a thing? It's just these three. Yeah. Let's see. Calm, I guess. Vivid. Holiday, sugar, ambient, happiness, sunset, philosophy. Ambient. Ambient's nice. Secretive landscape, journey, broken anxiety, playground, shame. Journey. Insight, sing, hair, fun, cute, captive, flower, beauty. Beauty. Jump, fear, sadness, Doki Doki. I don't know what Doki's supposed to be. Rain cloud, adventure, vitality. Rain cloud. Dark, whistle, infallible, poof, marriage, pleaser, unstable. There's suicide again. Jesus Christ. Dark. Disaster, play, special, empty, meager. Determine. Oh, games. We'll do games. Tears, passion, heartbeat, time, summer, incapable, scar. Passion. Sensation, forgive, massacre, prayer, cheats, parfait. There's parfait again. Melancholy. East members, graveyard, sparkle, warmth, extraordinary clouds. Memories. Mouse, vibrant, comfort, alone, cheery, sunny, attention. Effulgent. Alright. Puppy, feather, grief, vertigo. Alright, vertigo. Skirt, fluffy, lucky bubbles, a male, atone, marshmallow heart, bunny, covet. Hopeless, agonizing, precious, heaven sent. So I'm guessing Yuri uses all the big words. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, usually the usual scene greets me. Hi, Chris. So, yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club. That's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Huh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that? All of a sudden. Now she's got no money. No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option. What? I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Chris to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough for retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That. Thank God, I thought I read that wrong. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all this, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki. Oh, so that's what happened. I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Whoa, what? Plap? Yeah. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was... Huh? A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Corinne even gets words wrong too. This is weird. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. Oh, I hate that. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. Yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Oh. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Uh-huh. Mouthful. Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Huh? Natsuki glances around. Monica is in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. It's a bit unusual. Actually, it is. Hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Yeah, that's true. Excuse me? Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Ah, well, really, I don't really. Kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Chris. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share it once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks! So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone's already settled down. I think every time I say Sayori's name, my little echo device likes to pick up or something. Or I'm saying something that's like her name. So, anyway. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Well, what was the book she gave me? It looks like the same book that she lent me. Oh, okay. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she knows me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. It seems like you're giving a lot of it away. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. It sounds like you're really giving away a lot of the book. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Chris? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Yeah. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. What problem? When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to the other people. I'm so sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into a seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with somebody. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or something. Alright. Open the book and start the prologue. When are we gonna get... We need to get to the poems, people. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad feeling. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here. This should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, her shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold open the book. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm, holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm and the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after flips it to the side. But holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. That's kind of condescending in a way. It's probably the least I could do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange, my thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a little silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she's also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into her head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of the mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment, but Chris, that's probably a terrible thing to have common with her. Uh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about this sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Ah, what are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everybody, poem time. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Ah, Yuri exhales, inspired from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from her book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first few chapters on your own time. Alright. I stand up, I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Okay. So. Yeah, let's get Yuri's out of the way. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Chris, how do you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? She nods. Really? I don't believe that. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The raccoon! It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as a unordinary human, or as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. Okay? The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. Alright. The moon, the moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon comes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions into the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Wait, what? Uh, wait, so she's the raccoon? Okay, there's a lot of symbolism in there, and I thought she was gonna kill that raccoon. Alright. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't think it was all that metaphorical. Maybe it was. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Alright, so she's really weird, and I can't wait to read what she really likes to write about. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. She a taxidermist? It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Is she like a surprise taxidermist? Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Chris? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Alright. Let's get Natsuki out of the way. She's crazy. I liked your last one better. Oh, really? Well, yeah. I can tell you were a little more daring with this one. But you're really not good enough for that yet. It fell flat. That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out. I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri's head over heels for all this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Ha! Making your reader look so hard for all this deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. I guess that's one way to look at it. Well, everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that out already. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. God. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Oh my god, sociopath much? I kind of I'm now understanding where this might start to delve into some things. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think it was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure, something that you're afraid of. If people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. Wait, so does she like spiders? But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure, and Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday, but the way she put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it. So I guess we're writing poems for tomorrow. Wow. I think I'm going to get through this round of poem writing, and then I'm going to save it and stop it, because I can already feel my voice start to going because I've been talking nonstop for 2 hours. So we're going to get through the next 2 poems, and then we're going to save it. I'm digging this game, though. I am. It's just because I'm starting to see things get a little bit darker and a little bit darker. I don't know where the horror is going to jump in, but the game has me kind of hooked. I mean, there's no Giffany, but that's okay. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's save Monica for last. Sayori. Oh! I like this one, Chris. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Still though, your tone makes it sound like you liked yesterday's poem better. I guess you caught me. Sometimes you know me a little too well for my own good. Well, I just try to be nice about it. If I'm doing a bad job, then I'd rather just hear it. No. I still like this one, I promise. You know, I wouldn't lie to you, Chris. Oh, shit, what did I do? Oh. Okay, so apparently touching the mouse button makes all the dialogue go away. Never ever. Yeah, I guess so. What made yesterday's poem so great compared to this one, then? Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but it's just But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then I must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Ah, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems? Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both? There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can give you the rain cloud. It can give the rain cloud a little hug and make it nice, make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe. Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Chris. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Okay, bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. Wow, this is a long poem. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Wow, wow. So she's like, she really just tries to please everybody, but inside she's like draining herself in the process. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, Never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah! Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing till I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Alright, Monica's last. Hi again, Chris. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, great job, Chris. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism, unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about it. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? Yes, I do. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save Me. Oh, that's never a good title. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. I don't know that word. I think I might have heard that word before. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaninglessness. Of meaningless. Load me. What? Okay. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell you what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with a reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. when that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. She is Giffany! Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. She looks like Giffany. Not pink hair, though. Alright, we're going to save here. Because I feel my voice going. So we're going to save. Hey, this was fun. I'm kind of digging it. Because I really want to see how deep the rabbit hole goes on this game. But it's cool. It's not bad. Kind of wish it was voiced, so I wasn't reading everything, but it's still good. It's still good. Hey, I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Daddy Woo's baby girl, thank you very much for hanging out. Thank you very much for following. That's cool. Everybody else for hanging out. You guys are great. Thank you very much. Again, feel free to follow me on Twitch so you know when I go live. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to subscribe so you know when I post a new video. Alright, that's it. You guys are good. Have a wonderful day, and as always, thanks for coming.